Well, I think the international perspective for a studio like ours, that's a small creative studio in the heart of Copenhagen, is quite interesting these days. Because I think had we done exactly the same work as we do now, but just 10 or 15 years ago, we would have worked primarily in Copenhagen and around Copenhagen. But now we have projects on 3 different continents in more than 10 countries, doing everything from interiors to architecture and product design. And that has in many ways a relation to how we communicate on social media platforms. It's so easy to find kindred spirits that share the same approach to design, the same aesthetics, and start up a collaboration due to social media. So that has really changed the way we work, our perspective, and also our design language in many ways.
Most of our projects, furniture, products, has been born from architectural cases. But it also tends to be the other way around. Maybe we have a client somewhere in the world where we do their showroom, or they have a real-life architectural case that we build furniture or designs for.
We always mix ideas and talk with each other about the projects, but sometimes an idea spikes in a restaurant project because they need a lamp, and they come ask us, the designers, can we do a lamp? And it kind of evolves from a specific need in a restaurant and then ends up with a client that mass produces this specific lamp, and everybody's involved. After this happens, the lamp kind of finds its own way in the world and evolves into a series of lamps, or wall lamps, ceiling lamps, floor lamps. And I think that may be the most interesting part of having a multidisciplinary design studio. We always have discussions of how we can mix more internally, because we have different talents and different ideas, even though we're the same studio. So we've always been designing things and then presenting the product. But it's now obvious that people are more interested in the whole process from the idea to the final product. Now it's pictures of prototypes and early sketches and pictures from factory visits, and even looking at the early ideas is super interesting for the customers.
I think social media is a very important tool for us. It's the image of our studio. For many people, it's the first experience they have with our studio. But it's also important to think that it's only a visual part of what we do. In our studio, we work very closely with textures, materials, and how you experience architecture and design with not only your eyes, but also with your hands, with your ears, with your body in general. That's a very important factor for us, that design is not only meant for the eyes, but it's something that relates to us on a much deeper level.
For 2021, I really hope that we're able to travel again. There's something about the physical presence, about being with other people. There's something about getting out there, getting new inspiration that you need in order to produce new things, in order to be creative.